Fala aqui, né?
Bom dia. Hoje a gente tem a nossa 21º encontro aqui no UOL. Vai ser uma aula live chat em português e em inglês. Então, quem assistir as próximas conversas vai ser em inglês. A gente vai tentar colocar uma legenda no futuro no canal do Instagrafite, mas enquanto isso, tem os recursos do YouTube também para vocês explorarem e tentarem. Hoje eu recebo aqui no nosso canal 3 artistas maravilhosas, internacionais, conhecidas, que desbravaram aí esse mercado para a gente poder entrar. Entre elas, a gente vai falar hoje com a Tatu Suarez, a Jasmin, do Herakut, e também a Fate 47. E para começar, nós vamos falar com a Tatu Suarez, mais conhecida como Tatunga no Instagram. A Tati, ela vai contar um pouquinho mais, mas ela mora em Miami e a mãe dela é brasileira, então a nossa sorte é que ela vai poder falar em português conosco. E ela já está pedindo desculpas aí se o português dela der uma falhada, mas ela está sendo super generosa em falar conosco em português. Então é isso, Tati. Thank you so much for coming. Obrigada por estar aqui conosco.
Obrigada por me convidar.
Nessa manhã aqui de sexta-feira, para ela é 10 horas da manhã em Miami. E, bom, eu queria que você começasse contando para a gente um pouquinho da sua trajetória, que ano que você começou a pintar e da onde que você onde que você nasceu e onde que a sua família é.
Eu nasci e moro em Miami, vida inteira. Minha mãe é das Minas Gerais, meu pai é do El Salvador, em Centro-América. Eu estou pintando desde criança. Eu acho que toda criança nasce assim, artista, né, pintando. E meu pai também era artista. Então, eu tenho memórias assim de pintando com meu pai, lendo os livros de arte do meu pai, vendo os sketchbooks do meu pai, porque ele tinha muito de quando ele era jovem. E nada, a arte sempre foi minhas aulas favoritas na escola desde pequena e fiquei com isso e eu estudei desenho gráfico porque eu nunca pensei que eu ia conseguir ter uma carreira sendo artista e eu trabalhei numa agência de advertising por quantos anos e eu não estava feliz, então eu parei de trabalhar e comecei a pintar. Então, faz como 10 anos, eu acho, que eu estou pintando full-time, artista full-time. E meu primeiro mural foi em 2009, during Art Basel, aqui em Miami, Wynwood. E esse primeiro mural que eu fiz foi bem importante para mim, porque it was a platform. Eu conheci tantos amigos, artistas, eu conheci um dono de galeria que me deu uma chance assim para mostrar com eles e desde aí eu comecei a pintar mais e mais murais.
Você acha que... Meninas, quem tiver com áudio, por favor, desliga e as câmeras também, nesse momento, se possível, para a gente ficar só com a Tati na tela. Depois a gente entra, tá bom? Com os vídeos. Tati, é vantajoso morar em Miami? Você acha que por você ter nascido em Miami, estar morando em Miami, foi mais rápido, digamos assim, para estar perto do Art Basel e outros eventos?
Acho que sim. Eu era amigas com meus amigos. Eu não sei se você já escutou do Primary Flight. Antes que Wynwood ficou Wynwood, eu tinha um grupo de amigos que começaram Primary Flight e eles eram os primeiros que estavam convidando artistas para pintar as paredes aí. Era bem controlado e bem curated, né? Então, esses amigos, sabendo que eu era artista e pintava, sempre me estavam puxando para pintar em parede. Então, eu acho que se eu não estava em Miami nessa época, I would have I'm sorry, I would have never had that opportunity.
So if you repeat the sentence so I can translate to the girls.
Yeah, like I feel like if I wasn't in Miami at that time, I would have that would have delayed my opportunity to
Então ela está falando que morar em Miami com certeza acelerou o processo dela como artista, né? Ela está no centro, está no meio de onde acontece a arte urbana, arte pública mundial, né? Quando acontece o Art Basel, que a gente tem todo dezembro, que é as feiras de arte contemporânea, acontece também muitas transições urbanas, né? Na cidade, com Wynwood e outros projetos que tem ali na região de Miami. Então, para a Tati, contribuiu, né, Tati?
Sim, mas também com minha arte assim no canvas, galeria, eu acho que esse estilo de pop surrealism que eu faço, Miami não tinha antes, mas agora não tem muita galeria que exibir esse tipo de trabalho. Então, quando eu estava começando, meus shows eram mais assim Califórnia e tudo isso, mas sim, tendo em Miami com o street art ajudou muito a começar essa carreira, eu acho.
Falando em pop realism, que é o teu estilo, né? Realismo pop, que a Tati tem um lado bem assim, tem algumas artistas aqui da nossa aula que trabalham afrofuturismo, outros tem umas que trabalham um pouco esse lado mais fantasioso, que é o seu estilo, né? E eu acho que é um estilo bem tatunga, assim, bem próprio seu, com a sua paleta de cores, né? E como que você chegou nesse estilo? Quando que foi o aha moment?
Eu sempre, desde pequena, estava pintando mulher. Like, a arte sempre foi feminina e sempre também bem inspirado por a natureza. Então, sempre estava pintando mulheres bem fantásticas, like fairies e mermaids e assim, e sempre pintando animal.
Só deixa eu te interromper, é muito comum das mulheres, né? A gente tem 86 alunas e a maioria pinta mulheres. É típico da mulher pintar mulher, né?
É típico de mulher pintar mulher. E eu lembro vendo esse filme The Nightmare Before Christmas quando eu era jovem no cinema. E eu lembro like Tim Burton me inspirando muito essa arte que era mais escura e mais creepy, e os features bem stylized and exaggerated. E também gostava muito de animation e bonequinho, então assim os desenhos do Disney, as princesas assim com os olhos like, bem doe também. Como eu falei, quando eu comecei a estudar desenho gráfico na escola, eu parei de pintar um pouco. E eu lembro que meu último ano na escola, eu tinha uma aula que o professor mandou todo mundo trazer uma peça, uma obra que significa o estilo, what you do. E eu tinha tanto tempo que eu não pintava, e eu não queria trazer assim um logo ou uma coisa digital, então essa noite eu fui para a loja de arte, comprei uma canvas, comprei tinta, eu pintei uma mulher e saiu uma mulher assim, com o pescoço bem fininho, sem boca, porque eu não sabia pintar a boca, mas os olhos assim. E esse foi meu aha moment. Eu levei para a aula and it got such positive feedback e desde aí eu comecei a pintar, esse estilo nasceu e eu comecei a pintar essas mulheres com os olhos bem grandes.
Realistas. Jasmin, good morning. Well, good afternoon for you. Dear, I'm talking. It's Frida. It's the same as me. It's the same as me. I was talking to Tati that here also my dog always barks when I'm doing lives. Jasmin, I'm talking with Tati right now, and she speaks Portuguese. So I'm gonna talk with her first, and then I jump with you. That's okay?
No problem. This is my first time using Zoom, so you just tell me what to do. So I
you
go
are
back.
newbie. Yeah, no. So if you want, you can put like you can cut your video and audio,
Yeah.
and I call you like in 20 minutes.
Yes. I'm like a grandmother here. Okay. How do I
so you put like stop video
okay.
and mute.
Okay, I'll try. I'll talk with you shortly.
Thank you so much. I see you later.
Isso também é minha primeira vez usando o Zoom. Assim,
ai, meu Deus, eu tenho que ganhar a comissão do Zoom, então, porque eu já deveria ter ganhado comissão do Instagram, colocando todo mundo no Instagram desde 2011. Agora eu tenho que ganhar a comissão do Zoom. Tati, uma coisa que é muito legal é que as artistas que estão aqui nos assistindo, muitas são mães, né? E você acabou de ser mãe faz 2 anos, né? Eu acho.
Vai ser 2 anos em 2 meses.
2 anos, teve a Luna. E eu queria que você contasse um pouquinho como é ser artista, agora mãe. E eu quero que você mostre para as meninas a sua experiência que está rolando na quarentena. A Tati está fazendo as suas telas com a sua filhinha Luna. Ela dá para a Luna o canvas, a Luna faz uns rabiscos assim e a Tati pinta em cima e ela está vendendo essas obras, né?
A única maneira que está dando para pintar agora é assim.
Então, você tem aí para mostrar para a gente, contar um pouco?
Eu não, porque eu fiz 4, só tenho 4. Um eu dei para meu pai de presente, o primeiro que eu fiz, e as outras 3 eu vendi, eu acabo de mandar elas no correio, mas estão no meu Instagram.
Se vocês entrarem no Instagram da Tatunga, tá lá Luna mais collab, Luna mais Tati.
Well, foi bem difícil assim essa mudança de vida para mim. Assim, grávida já começou assim os murais e coisas assim, não estava dando para pintar. Eu queria pintar mural antes que ficava muito grande, mas foi difícil conseguir esses trabalhos, porque ninguém queria uma mulher grávida aí em cima do ladder e nos lips and stuff like that. Mas mudou tudo, do jeito que eu pinto aqui, tendo um estúdio aqui na minha casa, mudou tudo. O primeiro ano não estava dando para pintar. I did like a rookie mom mistake, que eu estava com tanta saudade de pintar que eu aceitei como 6 diferentes group shows e foi a coisa mais horrível.
Nossa, ela aceitou 6 exposições depois de ter
group shows, então só era uma peça assim para a galeria, mas foi tão difícil assim. Eu tinha que chamar minha mãe para vir me ajudar, mas assim também era difícil. Minha mãe tomou foto de eu pintando e alimentando minha filha também a mesma vez, mas foi bem difícil. Então a arte ia viajar para fazer mural, parou um pouquinho. A primeira viagem que eu tomei foi quando ela tinha 4 meses. Eu fui para a Jamaica, porque foi um trabalho bem legal, uma really cool opportunity que eu não queria, deixar passar. Mas isso foi difícil, porque eu ainda estava dando de peito, então cada 3 horas no avião tinha que tirar leite, pintando um mural lá na Jamaica, cada 3 horas tinha que parar para tirar leite e não tinha refrigerator or anything, então tinha que jogar o leite fora e me tava like
que dor no coração.
E também saudade da minha filha, porque agora é diferente assim viajar. Mas antes da quarentena, ela tinha começado a escolinha e por a primeira vez eu estava sentindo que eu estava voltando a minha vida de artista e estava conseguindo viajar. Eu fui para Japão e eu fui para Hawaii.
Uau!
E tendo tempo na casa para poder pintar, porque meu espaço agora do estúdio não é muito grande, então se eu quero trabalhar nos campuses mais grandes, eu tenho que levar tudo para a sala e com ela aí não estava dando certo, porque eu prefiro, quando eu trabalho em casa, eu uso a tinta óleo, então ela não pode estar mexendo com isso, assim, o turpentine é mais tóxico, então é difícil pintar em casa com ela. E agora, com tudo isso, voltou, agora ela está em casa comigo, então está difícil pintar com óleos. Então, eu comecei a fazer isso, eu comecei a tirar meus papéis e estou pintando mais com acrílico e watercolors, e eu deixo ela fazer marcas assim no papel, que para mim é bem legal, porque ela me está ensinando assim, ser mais luz e os trabalhos estão saindo mais abstratos e eu estou trabalhando assim com a energia dela, eu estou assim seguindo a corrente dela e me está puxando para experimentar e fazer umas coisas difíceis, que é um problema que eu estou, I've been wanting to, fazer umas coisas diferentes, então para mim é uma série
Vira um processo de pesquisa ter um filho, né? Eu falo laboratório da vida. A gente está sempre qualquer experiência, uma dor no coração, um término de um namoro, uma quarentena, tudo vira um laboratório, né, da vida, assim. E eu acho que para a gente, como somos mulheres determinadas, independentes, viajantes, globetrotters, né? É difícil, eu imagino que deve ter sido difícil essa transição para ser mãe, né, Tati?
É bem difícil, porque antes, assim, eu fui para o Japão e eu sempre queria, foi a primeira vez que eu fui para o Japão e não tá, sempre que viaja para um lugar assim, eu quero ficar uma semana para conhecer o lugar, mas agora, assim, não está dando, eu não posso sair da casa por 2 semanas e deixar ela aqui também. Dói o coração, fico com saudade, né? É uma transição, foi difícil, mas, tá melhorando e agora, quando ela cresce, eu quero levar ela comigo para esses lugares, para ela estar nesse mundo também de artista, conhecer meus amigos e ver.
Ela já vai virar uma artista, já está começando com
já. E para mim isso é importante, porque eu falei que eu tenho uma memória de ser criança e pintar com meu pai. Ele levava inca dentro da banheira e fazia umas, just like this
tinta,
crazy.
mistura, sujeira.
E eu ajudava ele, e para mim isso é uma memória especial. Então, ela da idade agora que está absorving tudo e aprendendo, to me it's special essa tempo.
A Shermi, uma das alunas aqui, está falando é importante esse momento com a filha, porque depois eles nem respondem o WhatsApp, depois que tem 12 anos.
Isso é que minha mãe fala sempre.
Ô, Tati, quando que você acha que foi a virada da sua carreira, que você pensou assim, agora eu sou uma artista de sucesso? Qual foi o momento, assim?
Eu acho que foi começando, assim, os festivais me começando a convidar para poder viajar o mundo inteiro, e também esses festivais eu estava aí pintando ao lado de muitos artistas que, quando eu estava começando, they were like inspirations e role models, e agora eu estou aí do lado deles. So to me, foi momentos assim that I was like, okay,
I got there.
I got there, and I still this, but agora eu estava em Hawaii for Powwow's 10-year anniversary, e eles they launched livro, né? So I was there no book signing, assim, perto do lado de 1-2-3 Clan e Kevin Lyons e Tristan Eaton and all these artists. And I'm like,
yes.
Wow.
É engraçado, né, Tati? Porque nos conhecemos em Hawaii, nós nos conhecemos no Havaí né? E quando você foi para o Havaí, para Pauau, acho que foi 2015 que a gente se conheceu? Acho que foi isso. Olha como passou pouco tempo para você chegar lá, porque quando você estava lá conosco, você ainda estava numa fase querendo ser conhecida, né? A gente ficou numa casa com zilhões de pessoas, né, Tati?
Yeah. Sim, esse foi meu segundo Powwow.
Então também há uma coisa de insistência, né? De voltar no festival de um jeito talvez menor, né? Chegar no festival de um jeito menor e ir crescendo com o festival também, né?
E também foi eu sempre pintava canvas, não sempre, mas eu comecei pintando canvas e eu comecei mostrando em bar e restaurante aqui em Miami, depois numa galeria aqui. Mas eu falei que foi quando eu comecei a pintar nas paredes, foi que abriu também muitas portas. E, assim, faz 3 anos atrás, eu estava tendo show com a Human, a Allison, em umas galerias em LA, que, de novo, quando eu estava começando, eu só via essas galerias, I was like, oh, I'll never show there. So, like, o street art e pintando nas paredes foi que, like, abriu tantas portas e, I don't know, made me realize que, ok, I'm like, fazendo uma carreira disso, então...
Tati, quais são teus materiais na rua e quais são teus materiais para o canvas?
Ok, canvas, eu prefiro óleo, né? Para mim, poder misturar os óleos e ficar bem, os blends bem suave, cremoso, e também gosto que não seca assim, então dá para, os blends e os blends e os blends. E na rua eu comecei com pincel e com acrílico, essa tinta da casa, os primeiros murais, mas agora eu estou pintando com tinta spray, spray paint. E para mim eu prefiro isso porque eu senti que quando eu estava pintando com o acrílico nas paredes, as cores estavam saindo bem apagadas comparado ao meu canvas. E com o spray, eu chego mais perto da tonalidade,
da tonalidade.
Que os olhos me dão nos meus quadros, assim.
E como também é que você consegue chegar nesse lado mais, assim, aguado, né? Porque tem algumas artistas aqui que fazem aquarela. E a gente estava contando um pouco como levar a aquarela do papel, né? Da tela para o muro. O que você sugere? É o spray ou água?
É diferente, porque eu vejo muitos artistas que não vêm de graffiti, que são mais classically trained, e eu vejo o que eles conseguem fazer com a tinta de casa, e para mim é like, wow, parece um oil painting da canvas. Então, para mim, o spray, eu consigo só com o spray. Eu quero aprender a fazer uma mistura de poder usar o pincel e fazer isso, just com minimal spray, mas precisa mais prática e parede de opportunities para fazer isso. So it all depends on sua técnica e sua, maneira de pintar. Mas para mim, a minha amiga Lauren me ensinou uma técnica com spray e quando eu aprendi isso, mudou tudo para mim e isso é que eu uso agora para ficar perto dos meus canvases oil paint.
Qual que foi a técnica? Que a Lauren é a Lolo?
É, Lolo. I mean, it was just assim, sempre que eu usava spray, eu não tinha controle, eu não estava entendendo. So it was just, usando assim do lado and kind of dusting it. E, os blends e tudo assim. Foi mais fácil, mudou minha, it just changed my...
Nesse tipo de movimento, você diz, ajudou a a você chegar nesse efeito que você consegue chegar nas telas.
A aesthetic que eu quero e as cores e tudo assim, look vibrant.
E é vibrant e também mais 3D, né? As suas formas são bem, assim, volumosas, né? E esse volume você consegue, então, com a sombra do spray.
E poder usar muitas cores, que com a tinta é mais fácil, porque dá para misturar, e com o spray, se eu preciso de, eu tenho uns sprays aqui, porque eu estou colocando uma ordem para uma parede que is supposed to happen in September, mas então fica chato, porque para a pele eu não gosto de usar só 2 cores, eu gosto de... É igual meu óleo, quando eu vou fazer um canvas, eu coloco todas as cores que eu tenho e eu misturo, e com spray você está mais limited. Mas se dá para pedir um montão de cores e tones, eu prefiro isso.
Você pode mostrar um pouquinho aí das coisas que a gente está vendo aí atrás? Você também trabalha com diferentes plataformas, né, de mídia, madeira, outros materiais, né, escultura.
Eu fiz escultura faz 3 anos atrás. Conhece Ivoca, right? A irmã dele, ela mora aqui em Hollywood e ela faz ceramics e escultura, e ela tem um estúdio aqui. Então, ele fez um show que ele me convidou artista, street artists, para fazer escultura, take it 3D. E foi bem legal. Eu estou falando com ela agora para fazer uns projetos, com cerâmica, porque eu gostei. E também pinto nos machetes. Não sei se você viu isso.
Não vi. Mostra.
Meu estúdio agora é bem pequeno, o estúdio aqui da casa.
Home studio.
Home studio. Sempre meus estúdios são na casa. Eu prefiro assim, desse jeito. E eu tinha um quarto aqui que era meu estúdio, mas agora é o quarto da minha filha, então agora eu estou nesse espaço bem pequenininho. Mas eu tenho umas obras.
Essa redonda é a mais recente?
Sim, eu comecei ela. Essa também é uma das primeiras em muito tempo que é só para mim, não é para uma galeria, não é para um show. Então faz 2 anos que eu comecei, and it's just ongoing. Ela fica transformando, porque nunca vou acabar ela. E eu tenho umas peças delas aqui. E eu tenho muito spray paint, porque cada ano, for Art Basel, meus amigos que não podem viajar com a tinta, eles me dão a tinta. Aqui, meus olhos, uma bagunça. Meu espaço pequenininho.
Tati, qual que são os próximos projetos? Você tem alguma viagem marcada? Como que tá aí? É difícil, né, com essa situação mundial?
Eu tenho outro powwow que it's gonna be in Cleveland, que mudaram de junho agora para setembro. E eu tô mandando, assim, eu tô fazendo sketch, eu tô mandando a tinta, mas eu não sei o que vai acontecer, porque a Flórida agora tá horrível e vamos ver, eu não sei se eles vão... Ninguém sabe.
O mundo todo tá complicado, tá muito incerto,
O mundo todo
né?
tá complicado, mas aqui a Flórida, eu acho que é um dos estados que tá fazendo, que tá bem...
Não tá usando máscara, né? Eu vejo muitas pessoas aí não usando.
Muita pessoa não tá usando máscara, restaurante tudo assim tá aberto, então eu fico nervosa que eu não vou poder viajar para outros estados sem ter que estar, quarantine. E agora tá mais sério também, porque agora eu tô começando, assim, no meu grupo de amigos, eu tenho amigos que estão, positive com COVID, so me dá assim...
que difícil.
Anxious, mas eu tô planeando eu quero tomar essa viagem. Eu fico nervosa, mas eu quero tomar essa viagem, porque eu tô com uma saudade, como muitos artistas, de pintar.
A Tati é muito viajante, meninas, ela é muito viajante. Qual você acha que é um dos lugares mais legais para você viajar, para quem trabalha com arte?
Eu sempre gosto de ir para a Califórnia, porque tem tanta galeria aí que eu gosto, então quando eu visito aí, sempre tem um show de um artista que eu gosto, que eu posso ver. Mas um dos meus favoritos lugares para viajar é Hawaii. Mas eu moro numa cidade que também tem muita arte.
E você já veio para Minas Gerais? Sim, né? Você nunca veio para a cidade da sua mãe?
Não, sim. A última vez que eu fui para o Brasil foi 2001. Isso foi para Brasília. Eu nem sei a última vez que eu fui para Belo Horizonte.
Faz tempo.
Faz tempo.
Tem que voltar, Tati.
Eu quero voltar. Eu queria ir esse ano, mas tudo isso eu quero minha família lá para conhecer a Luna. Mas vamos ver. E
Tati,
também tem outro projeto agora em Flórida, esse Shine Festival. E eles estão mudando, assim, que sempre foi artistas do mundo inteiro, mas esse ano eles vão fazer só local, para não ter que viajar.
Muitos festivais estão assim.
Interessante o que vai acontecer com o festival
Tati, para a gente finalizar, para eu agora chamar a Jasmin, 3 dicas que você dá para as novas mulheres artistas que querem desbravar esse mundo aí que ainda é muito masculino.
Você tem que, não fica com medo, don't take any negative feedback. You have to be confident and do what you do. Porque eu sei que eu pintar público sempre me dava muita ansiedade. Eu sempre tinha muito homem falando assim da técnica que eu uso. Quando eu usava pincel, they're like, você tem que usar spray, ou você tem que pintar mais rápido. You have to just block that out and do you know. And then isso, você tem que
essa dica é muito boa, porque tem muitas mulheres com medo ainda, né? Não confiam em si mesmas, né? Esse é o primeiro bloqueio da mulher. A mulher, a gente estava falando esses dias, a mulher é muito autocrítica, né?
É uma coisa que eu ainda, I still deal with it, but it's important to just, do it. And then também manda, trabalha e manda mensagem assim para os festivais e as galerias e nunca para isso, because, hoje em dia eu sinto que tem muita galeria que quer dar mais opportunities para as mulheres, especially mulheres de cor or minorities and stuff like that. E é duro, but you have to just keep, you have to be passionate about it, and you just have to, if it's something you want to do, stick to it and just do it. And be true to yourself about it.
Seja verdadeira com a sua essência e vai lá. A Tati falou, vai mandando mensagem, vai pentelhando os festivais, mandando e-mail para as galerias e não tenham medo de vocês. Tati, muito obrigada por esse tempinho conosco. Bom dia para você e para a Luna. E a gente se fala. Obrigada. Espero te ver em Miami esse ano, ou enfim, ano que vem.
Tchau. Obrigada.
Tchau, querida. Obrigada.
Bye.
Agora a gente vai receber a Jasmin. Hello, it's you now.
Hi. Okay.
Are you on WhatsApp?
Yes, I am. I was talking to my sister, Samira.
Oh, say hello to her.
Yes, she was making fun of me, like always, because I just cannot handle new technology.
I just want to say to the girls, if you want to put your phone, that's fine. Meninas que estão aí no chat, por favor, me ajudem. Eu vou falar agora em inglês. Se vocês puderem traduzir as minhas perguntas e tentar traduzir a resposta da Jasmin, eu agradeço, porque eu sou só uma. Então, ou se não, depois vocês conseguem o recurso da legenda no YouTube, tá bom? Jasmin, thank you so much for your time with us today. I miss you.
I miss you too.
I can
show you. I have one memory up on my wall from the Opera Festival.
Oh, you have a picture? Oh, oh yes, I see it. You have the sketch.
No,
Yeah.
it's a photograph.
Oh, you have
you
a
see?
photograph. Yes.
It's a photograph of me painting, and I'm this big.
Yes, I can see. That's amazing. So, a gente trouxe a Jasmin em 2015 para o Obra, um festival que a gente criou em 2015. E ela e o Akut, o Herakut, foi um dos artistas, né? O Instagram da Jasmin é Herakut ou era underline Herakut, né? Era underline Herakut. You have two. Everyone is saying queen, she's the queen, she's the she's the girl, she's the woman.
Yeah, wait. I don't have a crown here, but
where's your crown? Oh, you have your mask. You have the mask there.
I have my mask, but I have another mask.
Oh, yeah, she's doing this now. She does this. Ela faz esses personagens dela em 3D para peças de arte.
Yes.
Ela está fazendo peças de teatro.
As you can see.
Yeah, amazing. That's so amazing. Yeah, I to promote the live, I took the best picture of you with that
Yeah.
in the back.
It's in the back. I want to. I think maybe my next life I will be a theater performer or something, or maybe in my second half of my career, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
So to the girls to understand, remind me, when did you start to paint?
I was checking, and I started to paint when I was very little.
That's great.
So, no, I've always painted and did drawings, always. So that means when I was 20 and I had the spray can for the first time, I only saw it as a new tool. So it was just one more tool. So I was a little bit blind to the structures and hierarchy of graffiti, because I only thought, that's easy. I will do it with the spray can now. So do you want to translate or?
No, the girls are translating in the chat for me, and I will, well, and YouTube is gonna have the caption. Yes. And so, well, when you were a little girl, since you were a little girl, in graffiti, what was the year?
It was 2000. Oh, wait, no. 2001, I think. No, it was the year 2000, but 2001, I picked my name Hera. So next year, it will be 20 years of Hera.
Wow, a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And well, you are in Berlin right now, but are you from Frankfurt?
Yes, Frankfurt am Main, which is in the middle of Germany. So many people have seen it who came to the Frankfurt airport. But it was a very important city for me because Frankfurt was always very mixed. And I'm half German, half Pakistani. And in Frankfurt, it was very mixed. So it took a long time for me to understand that in other parts of Germany, you know, people didn't think I was German. So whenever I stepped outside of my home city, I felt like, oh, they're looking at me, and I felt different. So, you know, even though Frankfurt was a very ugly city in the 80s, I felt very at home. And maybe that's why I think it's okay to be a little rat. So you know, even it's not a pretty city. It was very dirty and ugly, but it was my home. So.
And well, but Berlin is also very there's a lot of
Berlin is
people from everywhere.
Exactly. So Berlin is like a different island. So that's different too. But still, you know, my father with his very dark skin, when I remember, you know, people looked at him and always thought, why can he speak German? And I don't know, it was just, it felt a little bit hostile sometimes. So, and I was always very protective of my father. So I was not, for a long time, I was not too happy with the German identity. So this is also maybe, I was a very scared kid too. So that's why I tried to create my own planet, my own universe, and my own world.
And reflects in your art. We can see in your art that you create.
Yeah, when I was in London at some point and we had a very big Herakut show, there was one moment that was so cool. That was it was a black guy who came in and he looked at the faces and he said, "What race is this?" And you know, I have a problem with the word race because we're one human race. But what he referred to was what ethnicity, what nationality, what background is it? And I said, I don't know, it's all the things I like looking at combined into one. And so he said, yeah, it looks like a new species. It's like your species. So I was like, yeah, I really like that. I think that's the best way.
Amazing.
So you know my sister, and a lot of times I think I was very inspired by her visuals. But then when I come across a person who looks interesting, I have to stare, and then I put it in my head, and then it shows at some point in a drawing or something. So my head is like a jukebox, and you put a lot of things in there, and then you money in and something comes out.
So that's why so that's how you think that you discover your own style, like a jukebox, everything that you consume and all your inspirations. Like, how did you create this world?
Exactly, that's the thing. I think everything can be very interesting and beautiful. So I see a pile of trash on the side of the street, and then I find something and I think it's inspiring. And look, I found this for an installation. I use this very old, it's a ballerina in here. And then I keep it. Sometimes I kept things I found in the trash that smelled very bad. So they had to stay out on the balcony, and then maybe I had to throw them away. But first, I think everything is valid as inspiration. So I look at every subject, I look at all sorts of books, movies, everything. I don't go by how other people look at it. I just want to make my own observations, and then I just store these things. For example, crazy horror films or old really bad Indian movies, or I don't know, just bad stuff too, because it's sometimes very ambitious, you know. So yeah, and then it's like a collage. I want to show you something. Sometimes I make a drawing and then I don't like it, and then I cut it out, like I cut it out, and then I just spray over it, and then it just stays with me for a long time. And then at some point I think, oh, I will put a collage, and then I create something like this, and maybe she's gonna come and be like, hi, what are you doing? It's like, I'm reading. It's like, okay, cool, what are you reading? Anyway, so I just play a lot with all these things. And I wanted the reason I have this thing here right now, it's a project I'm working on, which very much sums up how I work, because I discovered that I've always liked ballet and dance. And then I saw that when I was 5 years old, or almost 6, and I was in hospital, I got this book. It's called Angelina Ballerina. And look at this. There's these little dance things, and so that means from a very early age on, I collected visuals.
And it's rats?
It's a little mouse.
Wow.
But it could be a rat. And it's so crazy. Then when I was starting to get to be noticed more in street art, I must have, for some reason, opened this little part of my brain, because then when I was in Norway, I wanted to show you something. I just discovered this. I painted this. Can you see this?
Wow.
So, and this was Akut and me and Hera and Akut, and we were like little rodents, but we were like the little cute mice, because at the whole show it was Black Lara, so Black Lorette, and and how the rat and Banksy go together, and I just thought we're like half street, half art. We're like, down there.
When was that? Which year?
It was 2008. So it's like, now so it was like I'm playing this role now. Now I'm with you guys. but I'm just, I'm just here for this. So just for the. So
that's crazy, because everything connects, right? And you just see now. Connects. You just see after, right? And
after
maybe
so many years later, I realized there was always a thread that went through and connected and tied everything together. But while I was doing it, I was just flowing.
Doing in it, yeah. Exactly. I'm gonna translate this part, because I think it's really amazing that we need to translate. O que a Jasmin está falando é que vocês vão criando o estilo de vocês, às vezes vocês não se dão conta do que está acontecendo. Ela tinha um livro, quando ela era criança, de muito tempo atrás, onde tinha umas bailarinas de ratinhos. E depois ela fez uma exposição com a Kut em 2008, onde tinha o Black Rat, o Banksy e outros artistas, e eles pintam ratos. Então eles pintaram ratos também. Hoje eles têm muito o rato como uma figura dentro do personagem deles. Só que ela só foi se tocar agora, depois de tanto tempo passado, que o rato estava sempre presente na vida dela. Então, às vezes, a gente não se dá conta, vai fluindo, e quando vê, esse personagem vai se desenvolvendo e está na vida de vocês. Então, uma memória corporal legal que a gente está falando. The girls are saying it's a corporal memory, because it's in your body, it's in your cells, right? It's crazy.
Yeah. So I think what I feel what's important is you just leave all channels open, always. And then there is some filter, maybe time, maybe interest, maybe, I don't know, calling, fate, or something. And that will help you, in the end, find what's important to keep. But identity, it creates itself. So when you think about, what is my topic? What can I do? What can be my message? It's like, just be, first many years, collect. And then just think about not what you want to say, but like in general, but like what's my position to this, very personal. And that makes your collection very, very personal, very authentic.
Like be
so
open.
That means be open, and then also be open to little aspects. Like I just give you one example. So for example, I know crazy facts from science books or history books. It's very crazy. But sometimes when I do a drawing, then I'm like, oh my God, I've seen something like this before. I saw a photo. I have to find the photo. And then it makes sense, it makes a connection. So the other thing I wanted to say is, my apartment, but the girls don't know my apartment, but I have a very big place for books. So because I'm a visual person, I like books a lot. And I think books are a very nice gift too. So when you like someone, maybe you go for the next birthday, them a crazy book. And I always found really good books on flea market. So there are a lot of drawings I made. You know, my drawings. Wait, I show you one. Jesus. Okay, so I'm like, this is for example, a drawing that I made, but the first scene, it was from a book about mothers carrying their children or something. It was like, oh, and then I saw this and I was like, oh yeah, this is how I carry myself sometimes. So when I do a drawing, I sometimes start with a magazine or an old book or some image, and then I turn it into my own. Yeah, that's my process really. So I always,
it's amazing.
I don't want to say I steal, because that's not right.
No.
But I don't think I can reinvent anything new. Like, you know, everything has been done before. But by taking everything in and creating my own mix, I come up with crazy stuff. And then I wanted to show you this. Do you remember this guy? Or I don't know. Sorry.
No, I don't remember this one.
No, but it's just this other thing.
It's from an exhibition?
It was from an exhibition, but my next, as I said, let's see where my career is going from now on. But I think I want to do more in 3D, you know, like more on stage, more
sculptures.
real sculptures, but also I'm actually working on a really great project now. It's amazing. It's the first.
You are in love with this project. You are in love.
I'm so in love. It's so
tell us about the project.
I tell you, and it's a very big production with dancers. So it's just what I wanted to do, because I love collaboration. I've always done collaboration. When I started graffiti, my first were always collaboration. When I'm at home, I can do my drawing, it's fine. But when I do something big, I want to do it with someone, so I can bounce ideas off, you know, and I get critiqued and I get questions, and then I have to think, is it good? Is it a good idea? Is it funny? Is it whatever, you know? So it's always fun to work with someone. And so now I met people who are young, they're 26, 28, and they're professional dancers, break dancers, most of them. And then they also have done collaborations with people who work with light and then with sound. So for me, this is a dream, because it's a lot of people who pour their love and heart into something. And that's the other aspect about, I think, what you should do. If you bring all the content you have in your mind to the table with all these other people who are so inspired, your resources are enormous, you know, and it's so much more interesting. And that makes it, whatever product comes out of collaboration is so much more fun, because, you know, they have heard of stuff you never heard of. And so it's just really, it's a great thing. I please, for everyone, try to collaborate, at least in one or two projects, and then see how it goes, because it's nice also. You don't have to be the only one who judges, is this good or not? You know, at some point you can just say, are we satisfied for today? Yeah, okay, then let's have here, you know? So you don't have to be all like, I don't know, will it be enough?
Do you think that's what works so for so long for you to be a duo? Like, how did you manage? Because you guys have different styles and you manage to combine in a cohesive way. So do you think that's what worked? Because you like this collaboration, you like to work together?
I think so. And when I look at some pieces I have here, you know, where I worked with Herakut, in the beginning it was always I did the body shapes and everything, and he added a little bit, but then after many years, we were so close together, you didn't know where is one ending, where is the other one ending. So it was really a merge, and it was a very great time, I have to say. But
at the same time,
very honest.
Mm-hmm.
No, to be very honest, after so many years, with nature being what it is, sometimes you have to see when things are stuck. And right now with Herakut, I'm a little bit stuck. Of course, it's the success and then different lifestyles. And so I thought, what do I do for me to grow or keep growing? And the best way is, yes, when I feel like it, I still work with Herakut. But right now, I feel like I need new input. I need new people to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's good. It's also you're trying to find your own individuality as an artist as well.
Yeah, or to not. I mean, I know my individuality as an artist. I already know, but I need to find the fun to do something. So I mean, if it's not everything I want to do, if it had to be a great experience, because the life is bad enough. If I want to be miserable, I can stay in reality. But if I want to create a likable reality for myself, it needs to be good and it needs to be fun. That's why even though things look a little dark and melancholic, but I enjoy making them. And I always try to find people I can work with who give me good energy. And
that's great.
That's why I need to find, like with you now, there are a lot of, actually, I have to say it's my first thing because we are doing it together. And I was asked before by other people if I could talk, and it's like, I don't know, I feel uncomfortable. But then I was like, yeah, Marina, of course. With you, I like to talk.
I feel so honored, Jasmin. I love you so much. Thank you for this. Yeah. Well, can you show us a little bit around your studio, your home studio to the girls? They are so curious to see the two boys behind you. It's like it's two installations, right? Two
exactly.
sculptures.
So I have to show you this one. He is very old. He's from a UNICEF. I work with UNICEF, and he was on a boat. This one here is a very good example of collaboration because the eyes were made by Herakut. And the rest, this is cardboard. Very professional. And a real balloon, and a real mask. And I made this installation, and I took photos of it in the street. And this thing is really a printout. So a printout from something Herakut painted a while ago. Sometimes I like to do this. I show you. I just get.
Do you have the little girl sculpture in your house still?
Yes, I have. Wait.
I love so much this sculpture. Show to the girls.
Wait, first you have to see my.
Oh, yes.
Deer sculpture. Can you see it? Yeah, you could see it. It's really long.
It's beautiful sculpture. Can you see, girls? It's like a Bambi, right?
Yeah, it's like a Bambi. And then we go. And wait, we have to stop here real quick.
Hi, Frida.
Hi, Frida. Oh, okay. She doesn't.
She's tired. She's tired.
She's tired. She's tired. And I take you. My house looks bad right now, but for you, I make the exception.
Thank you.
So. Can you see her?
Amazing, yes.
So
what is made of? The girls are asking, what is the material of the sculptures?
It's very simple. I can show you the same thing I use for the for these guys. It's the same stuff I use for these guys for the masks, and it's very simple. I show you. I take you to the light again.
Perfect.
Wait a minute.
The light is great. Is it summer
so,
right now?
But it's raining all day today, so it's
Berlin.
very dark. So I have to show you. You see?
So you made the material, or you buy this thing?
No, so it's just wire. So just regular, like, you know, the hangers for clothes.
Cabide.
The very big hard wire. You can just cut them and make construction. And then you use tape to make the form. So with the wire and with paper and this tape, you can create the whole thing. It's really
it's really cheap than the material before.
Cheap. That's the whole idea. I don't want to do stuff that's expensive because no, I don't like it. It's just, you know, you create the value by all the love you put. It's enough. You don't have to start with bronze material.
But then when do you finish with what is the material you finish the piece?
So then I use, in the end, after I use tape, I use paper glue, you know, like wheat paste. And I use this very thin paper. It's this when you wrap porcelain or like glasses. And you get this from hardware stores. So I wheat paste, and then I show you the very last, very important bit is this. It's called aqua glue. So this is really, it's a tint. No, not a tint. It's a varnish that looks like wood, and you can use it to use it outdoors on furniture or on fences to seal it so it doesn't get affected by rain. And that way it creates this brown look, you know, the bronze look. And this sculpture, for example, to make it heavy at the bottom, I put coins in there, like coins or nails or something, and it's just all very cheap material. And that's really, I have to say, that's what my art has always been, what, you know, very. So when I painted a wall, I used a little bit of color only, but a lot of water. So you had a lot of drips and everything, because I didn't spend so much money on buying paint. And very little, my work is okay. It's okay to just use white and maybe one brown. But to keep the budget low, you know, I always try to find painting used by people who do their houses. And I picked up the leftover paint and put it in my car. And how I worked. Recycle.
That's amazing. Recycling.
Yes, always important.
Jasmin, I think we connect to each other not only because of art, but also because we are in the same, we are almost in the same situation. Like we have almost the same age. I think like you have 37 as me.
No, I'm older. No, I'm 39.
around that, right? Like we have almost the same
it's fine.
age. We don't have kids. We have a dog, a female dog. Like
I
you have.
wanted to say I have a kid. Look.
Yeah, I have the same for a kid as you. and and I think like we find pleasure in our purpose. Like we find pleasure in our art, in our work. And I want to ask you, like, what is success for you right now?
I want to say these are all my kids too.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
all of these. They're all the babies.
All the girls that are watching us are my kids as well.
Yeah, exactly. And
I feel the same.
And I feel like you create your own family, you know, but not only by spreading your genes, but by spreading your ideas and spreading input also, because it's my message is communication is why I do art, and I can only produce art by, you know, storing knowledge and communication. So I know a lot of artists are shy, you know, to begin with. I was a super shy kid. I'm still very shy. I'm very nervous when I have to call someone. So I know we are all, most people who are very sensitive, they are very fragile too. But if we only stay in our minds, it's very limited. What the output will be very limited. So we have to take in. And then even if it's bad sometimes, but we find time will find a good selection. And just take in everything, all the knowledge you can get, and listen to all the audiobooks. And I don't know, just communicate, get all info for people. I ask people so many questions when I meet them. I usually, you know, so I end up with so many stories, and I think my art has dimensions because of all the little stories. And that's easy to learn. It's a good recipe. Everyone can do this and talk not only to artists, you know, but talk to everyone. And just, as I said earlier, find inspiration in everything. And I think the whole recycling thing, you know, there's such good lying around, and if we just use it, reuse it, it's super easy. And it's super easy to do art, and for us to have fun is the other big aspect. I mean, you enjoy what you do. You talking to people, you love meeting new people. And that's why it's important to go after what we feel is natural for us.
Yes, exactly. I love you so much. I miss you so much. I wish I could hug you right now.
But we really have to get together next year, and then I have to meet, and then I have to learn more about Brazilian stories, and then I have costumes for Brazilian dancers.
We are going to create something like that. I know you are into that right now. I'm going to create something for you.
But it's not just, I will post something later today inspired by this meeting.
Okay,
and then that you guys understand what direction this is going on, and then I think understand. I'm like the crazy scientist right now, and I will like it a lot. Dear. So anyway, though, but so much. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much for this, for opening your house for us. I love you so much. I wish to see you very soon. And I'm gonna talk with Faith right now. Okay.
And say hi to Faith for me, please.
I will say thank you so much, dear. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, that light is beautiful. Look your hair. You are red again.
You know, I just
needed to go back to my natural color. I'm so sick of bleaching my hair every few weeks, and
I know.
I guess this whole like COVID situation makes you like rethink what you're doing, you know.
Back to your roots.
Yeah.
Where are you today? Where are you in California?
Yeah, we're in California, about 2 hours out of San Francisco. We staying in a little cabin in the woods.
Oh, that's amazing. Are you traveling with your son?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. I miss you.
And there's so many people on here.
Yeah, like we are like talking, but there's like 80 people watching us talk. Faith, when did you decide to move to LA and why?
I moved to Los Angeles 3 years ago. Well, I'd just been traveling a lot over the last 10 years, just kind of nonstop. And yeah, I was dating someone out there, and also, so that was a big reason. And we also managed to get green cards. So that was really the main reason. South Africa's, I love it so much and I go back a lot, but I just kind of wanted to be in a place that was a little bit more accessible and easier to kind of navigate in. But, you know, it wasn't all that I thought it was either. LA was pretty hard. So I landed up, yeah, we actually just left LA.
Really? But do you left? Like you're not going to live in LA anymore?
I don't think I'll go back. Maybe. But right now we're just going to be nomadic. Yeah,
wow, that's like breaking news.
I just needed to get away from the city. And
really, that's so funny because during quarantine I was like, oh, I wish I could live in LA, you know.
Oh,
but
really?
maybe I will talk with you first.
Yeah, we can have that conversation.
Yeah, let's have this conversation. What is the differences between, I believe there's a lot between South Africa and the United States, like how to move to another country and still keep your roots?
Yeah, it's difficult, and it's definitely challenging. You know, you start to feel a little bit disorientated. I always felt a little bit disorientated in my life in terms of where I belonged geographically. And my home will always be South Africa, but yeah, I guess also when you have a lifestyle where you're constantly on the road, and that's what happened to me, was that I would connect to a lot of different places, and I would go home and I would start feeling like there were things that were not okay there either. And then eventually just feel like you live in a lot of places, but you maybe don't have that like strong sense of home. And it's
did you ever watch the documentary of Marina Abramovic?
Yes, I actually listened to the audiobook of her life as well.
In the first act, in the beginning, she says, we will never find home because we have a intergalactic DNA. And you are like me, you know, like you are an extraterrestrial, you know, like you are ovni. You don't belong to anywhere, because like me, you are so spiritual that everywhere we go, we feel like it's not home, you know.
Well, I also think that like it kind of becomes a condition for a lot of people now. And of course, my situation is a lot more like privileged than the situation of a real like immigrant situation. But it has really made me think a lot about like how displacement is for people, you know, in this world, and that a lot of people are displaced, and even thinking about like the movement of people, like from you know, America is mostly people that came here. You know, there's hardly like no one here besides the Native Americans are indigenous. So if you think about the movement of people throughout the centuries, like it's a very natural thing actually. And actually I have some work that talks about that too. Like some of the work I do talks kind of this immigration and thinking about the migration of animals and the planet, and how you know, like borders and that are quite man-made, constructed, drawn with a ruler by some like colonizers, and how, you know, we accept those as being like definite things, but actually they're constructions. And actually the definite thing is of how you watch whales and how they move around the planet, and birds and butterflies, and like you know, we create a lot of cages for ourselves.
Yes, it's great that you mentioned these subjects, because usually you talk about immigration and animals and feminism and also spirituality, but you have your own signature style. Like when we see a piece of you on the streets, of course we know it's yours, and this is very hard for the young artists that are starting, because it's difficult to build a style that is your own. So how was this journey and the transition between your characters to be where you are right now? Like, when was your aha moment that you said, this is my thing? Oh, Faith? Eu acho que ela congelou aqui. Vamos, normal, acontece sempre com a gente. Vamos ver se ela volta. Vocês estão me escutando, meninas? Sim, então não sou eu que parei aqui. A Fê estava contando um pouquinho da experiência dela, né? Ela está numa cabine, está numa experiência perto de São Francisco, agora na quarentena, e ela morava até então em Los Angeles. Acabou de nos contar que talvez vá sair de Los Angeles, é uma novidade. E ela tem um inglês mais difícil, eu acredito, por isso eu vou pedir para ela falar um pouquinho mais devagar, sim. E ela está voltando daqui a pouco. E a última pergunta que eu fiz foi sobre o estilo dela, como que ela chegou nesse estilo tão próprio dela, que os conteúdos que ela fala é imigração, feminismo, espiritualidade, fala muito sobre os animais, os tratos dos animais, né, do ser humano com os animais. Mas ela tem um estilo muito próprio, né, de pintura, de efeito aguado também, e trabalha sempre com paleta de cores um pouco mais sóbrias. Então eu vou perguntar para ela como que ela chegou nesse estilo, como que foi a jornada.
I'm sorry about that.
It happens all the time. I'm so used to that. Don't worry.
Okay.
I was talking about your style, because you have all this content, all these subjects that you paint, but you have your own style on the walls, and it's so particular you that, you know, like the color palette that you use, and also, you know, it's very you, it's very Faith, and we want to understand, how did you get on this? Like, how was the journey to get in this aha moment that you said, that's me now?
Yeah, I guess it started because I started doing graffiti lettering. Well, that's how I also got into street art or painting murals. That's really my roots. And in graffiti culture, you have to have a style, right, in your letters. So maybe that was something that I kind of considered in the beginning, how to differentiate what you're doing from the next person, you know. So I definitely did that with my letters. I don't remember intentionally doing it with my art. That's something that kind of comes naturally. And I think that we each have our own personality, actually, and our way of being in the world. And maybe that is just what comes through in the work you do. Because you could say I have a style if you look at my painting. But if you look at like the range of work I've been doing recently, like, the thread that runs through it, I don't know if you would consider it a style, but maybe it's more of like an ethos, or like a mood. So I think, of course, you have to practice like what techniques work for you stylistically and what mediums and the colors you want to use. But I do think it's something that you just have to kind of like figure out like what suits you.
So it's like it's a self-knowledge research, most of all.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it could be a lot more technical than that. I'm not sure if I have the answer. For me, it was just organic, and yeah.
And how long did you take to get in this moment you are right now? Like it's many years of
Yeah,
trying and being organic, right?
Yeah, I started painting graffiti in 1997, and it's the same time when I had my son. So I was you know, like 17, 18. And then in 2006 was kind of when I started traveling. I think that was my first trip to, I was invited to Sweden in December. It was very cold. I remember. And America. And then, yeah, but I went to England in 2001 for 6 months. And I remember painting with a lot of the graffiti writers out there, Insa, Aztec, Solo One, and that had a big impact on me. And I went back to South Africa after that, very inspired. And you know, the guys in South Africa, the graffiti guys back then, they wouldn't really accept me. They wouldn't paint with me. Besides Kia's dad, like, you know, he was always very supportive. But
yeah,
a lot of the guys, you know, had a bit of attitude. And after I went to the UK and I came back and I had like a bit of confidence, I guess you could say. I was living with a good friend of mine, and we would go paint, and me and her, and we would go and you know, kind of do like quite dangerous stuff, like freeways and track sides and stuff, and you know, and South Africa is not a safe place to do that in, so probably not the best idea. But we earned out, you know, I earned my stripes then. I feel like I kind of had to prove myself in some ways. But I also realized that that whole scene was not really for me, and I became more interested in the environments I was painting in, the communities, how my work was fitting in with those spaces aesthetically, but also like, what are they saying? How am I contributing? Like just kind of questioning what I was doing more. And then also working on kind of more of a studio practice slowly in the background at the whole time as well. So yeah, it was kind of a natural evolution. I always felt like I kind of grew up in public because I didn't go and study art like formally. So you know, I made a lot of mistakes and I did a lot of stuff that's kind of like, I look at it as kind of embarrassing, but it was all out there. And
you were practicing. That's the thing.
Like everything I'm learning, and
it's experimental. Yeah.
Yeah.
You explore a lot of different medias, like you said, and paper and installation, performance, and also you paint in different places, like the girls are saying here. Usually you like to find places that are abandoned or lost, and places that are dirty. Like you like to find these different textures in the cities, right? How is this scouting to find places? When do you know where is the place that the art should be? And also, how do you how is for you ephemeral? Because sometimes these are, you paint one day and the other day is not there. How do you think about it?
I think it began in Johannesburg, because Johannesburg's quite a crazy, wild city, and there's all these high-rise buildings that are that were kind of taken over by people, and they would have like 10 people in a room, whatever. They would cut the electricity off. It was like pretty crazy. Then the government comes in and like kicks everyone out. So you have all these empty high-rise buildings in the city, and we would go and explore these spaces and paint in them. And that for me was like so I get a lot of adrenaline, and it was super interesting, like urban exploring. And then when I started traveling a lot, what we'd do is we'd get somewhere and we'd meet up with whoever our local kind of connection was there, and then we'd go urban exploring. We'd like say, okay, where's there like an abandoned place? Like, let's go and find a spot. And obviously you have to do a bit of research, you know, because it can be kind of sketchy, but and you have to go with some people. You wouldn't just go like with yourself and a friend. And yeah, I find that the environment's really interesting to me, because a lot of the times it'll be these kind of architectural spaces that have been neglected or discarded in the name of progress. So conceptually, it's interesting to me, just in terms of like, how are we as urban spaces like just discarding certain buildings factories, you know, and what does that represent? So that's interesting. But also I like the idea of like the memory on the walls, and like you have a feeling of what was there before. There's something very powerful about it. And I also find it cathartic because when you're painting a lot in like public spaces, you always have to think about, even if you don't think you're thinking about it, it's still there. You're thinking about the people around you, how they're going to receive this work, like does it fit where I am? Whereas when you go to these spaces, you're really just doing it for yourself, and you're kind of just like, maybe you're interested in a good photograph as well, or like the environment, but there's no one around. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake, or you could do something else. Like there's a lot of freedom in that, and I quite like.
So it's for the moment, like you said, it's for the adrenaline, it's for your own pleasure.
It's for yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
And doesn't matter if they erase after, or if someone.
It doesn't matter if anybody ever sees it or nobody ever sees it, you know. It's more personal. Yeah,
that's great. You are so spiritual, you know, like in your art, in yourself, in your pictures, you know. I connect very well. I connect very much with you with that, you know, because everything you post I can relate to, you know. It's and I feel like you like we say, like we are witches, you know, like we belong to the same I feel dimension. Yeah. And do you feel like it's something like it's related to the women in general, like we are more sensitive, and especially the female artists are all witches, because we connect to these different feelings in the human being?
Hey, I mean, you know, I am a feminist, and I think that if you look at how women traditionally in most societies have been towing the line of kind of subservience in so many ways, and there's been a lot of progress, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And I think a big part of this is us learning about our own innate power, you know, and having confidence in ourselves, and that sometimes means being vulnerable or allowing yourself to show weakness. You know, I think a woman's power, or like what we can bring to the world, should I say, because it's not just about women and men, it's about the feminine and masculine energies, right? Is that we can be soft and intuitive, and not have to always have a bravado. And I think you can see in the politics and in the situation we're in now in the world, which is just getting worse and worse, is that it is this kind of very macho male kind of thinking that it's not thinking about future generations, it's not thinking about the planet, about nature, and how we're making decisions that are completely destructive to the natural world, which in turn is destructive to ourselves. I just, sorry, I'm kind of going off track, but I think
no, don't worry.
It's all about a way of thinking, and I do believe that women have a lot to offer in that space.
It's so funny.
It's something I try to learn in my life, and just bring in my work as well. Yeah.
It's so funny that you said that women should be brave, because all of you, Tati and also Jasmin, they said the same, like to be confident. And I think it's something about women. We sometimes are so scary and to ourselves, to show ourselves, or we are shy, or we don't trust in our own feelings, you know. And I feel like in the group we are teaching is the same. Everyone is like very hard to themselves, you know, and they should be more like, I'm gonna do this and that's fine, you know, like it's organic. But we are so hard to ourselves that sometimes we just don't show our art because it's like we don't feel confident enough, you know.
But that's what I was saying earlier, is it's not about, like, I think the strength, it's not necessarily about that kind of brute confidence. It's about actually being vulnerable and being okay with that. It's like, sometimes it's okay to feel a little fragile and still be confident within that, you know. And I think within there's strength. And we don't have to pretend that we know everything. We have to show that we're interested. Do you know what I mean?
Perfect.
It's a different way of thinking about confidence, maybe.
Yes. Well, you were traveling, so you were not at home, but do you have your sketches with you or no? Like that you can show us?
I actually I have been making some art here, but I'm just upstairs. I can go fetch stuff, but I don't really have much here at all.
Don't worry.
But, you know, I've been studying on this trip too. I started doing some art classes with Axel.
Oh, really?
So I've been doing homework every week.
That's amazing. That's so funny. Wow, good for
I
you.
decided I needed to really take this time to kind of improve my skills.
That's great. Yeah, well, we can always watch your stories because you always post the sketches you're doing, and you know, and I love that also you post your picture. We were talking about this in the classes because the girls are always in doubt if they post selfies or if they post pictures of themselves. And I feel that you do that in a natural way. Like you when you post about yourself, it's related to your art or your scouting or your searches, right? It's something, it's related, right?
Yeah, it's interesting with social media these days because it is so kind of narcissistic in many ways. But the way I look at it is just, I see, for instance, Instagram as like an extension of my artistic practice, and I try to treat it as that. And I try to put things that are quite like just true to what I'm going through at the time. So if that is an image of me or of my son or where I am or whatever, I try not to make it just about work. Although I know that's probably the good technique, like that's the advisable route to go if you want to be a successful artist, is like don't post anything personal. But like, I don't know, I think a bit of a mix is nice. It feels good to me because I don't want to just be my work. I feel like there's more.
You need to transmit your environment,
but there is also that thing of oversharing. Yeah, it's kind of like a balance. You got to find your balance.
I think you have a good balance. I think you have a good balance.
Everybody has a different level of comfortability.
Dear, what do you think is missing in your life? What is your dream that you didn't make come true yet? And you want to?
Gee, that's a big question.
It is.
I don't know, you know, really, I'm just trying to find, like, be centered. And I feel like if I'm centered, then everything kind of falls into its right place. But if I'm like kind of really scatty and I have anxiety, then I make bad decisions. So
it's a tough moment right now for that.
Well, it's an important moment for that, you know.
It is. So
that's what I'm working on right now. But sure, I don't have a good answer for that. I think I want to go to Spain or Italy or something. I've had enough of America.
I want to bring you so badly to Brazil to do, you know, something you want here.
Yeah,
I really want. It is still in my list.
Yeah, I want to come back.
Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time. If you want to say like last words to the girls, like any tip or I don't know, any last advice.
Yeah, what last advice? I mean, I think just being true to yourself is the most important thing at all times. And that is not a simple thing.
No.
You have to really know yourself, you know, so do some investigation and find out what it is that you actually like and not what you've been taught to like, you know, and keep learning, keep reading, keep studying, and yeah, just never be complacent, you know, life's too short.
Yes. Thank you so much.
I love
for
what
your
you're doing. I wish I could really speak and see
girls, meninas, podem aparecer para frente para ela ver vocês. I'm asking the girls to show them in the video.
Yeah.
Apareçam no vídeo para frente.
Awesome.
Apareçam, dê tchauzinho para ela ver que vocês estão assistindo. Dear,
amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we are here. We were 50 here in Zoom, and also there is other people watching us on YouTube.
Amazing. Oh, I love you guys. So cool that you're having these sessions. Yeah, it's really
they are
powerful.
really excited to have you here. You know, you are a reference to us, you are an inspiration. So thank you so much for your time, dear. I love you so
Cool.
much.
Much
I
love,
miss you.
everyone.
Bye, thank
Tchau.
you.
Tchau.
Tchau, meninas. Até segunda que vem. Bom final de
Beijo
semana.
do Brasil!